Hey Frank, Oceana here with G3 Agency. This is your free website audit for FDR carpet cleaning in Arizona. My goal with this video is basically to put the power in your hands to be able to increase the amount of leads you're getting online, basically turning your website from just a pretty face to an actual lead generation machine, like I think that they're supposed to function. So this is going to be fairly specific to the Peoria area, but this will work, in other areas as well. So I'm just going to jump in with what you can do to increase the leads that are coming in. So first of all, fantastic job putting your phone number right here at the top where it can be seen. I would make it a click to call, making it basically a link that says TEL colon, then your telephone number, all, no spaces or dashes or anything like that. And that will make it so that somebody on their phone can just click on it and call you up. And that'll really help with the conversions of how many people actually call after getting to your site, because of the fact that half or more than half of those people on your site are going to be on their phones. So that's really all I'll say about how to convert people once they're actually on your site to customers. The rest of this video is really going to be about how to get people to your site to begin with, because that's the real struggle. So here we go. The next thing I want to talk about is content. So how many words are on the page? Are your images saved properly? So you've got some content here on your home page, but you definitely want to increase this. You want to be able to have more words on your site than your competitors have on their site. And that's going to help you stand out on Google as the expert who knows all about this stuff and is the person to show when someone's looking for carpet cleaning in your area. And then if I right click on an image, this is kind of a fun little tool, a little trick I've learned. So I can see that this image, if I right click and save as, I can see this was saved as a homepage upholstery 2 image. So I'm sure that was very helpful for the person who was creating the website, but it's not helpful when communicating with Google. So what you want to do is actually save these images again, but this time save them as specific phrases that people are actually typing into Google when they're looking for your services and they're in your service area. So I'll show you how I find those, and I'll show you a few that I found that you'd be interested perhaps in including on your site. But first, this is the tool that I use to find those keywords. It also gives me an in-depth look into how a website's performing. So like I put your website here into the search bar and it gave me some really important metrics. So your UR score is basically how trusted you are by Google, specifically your homepage. How trustworthy does your homepage seem to Google? And then your DR score is the same thing, but for your entire website, not just this one page. These are very low scores, but not terrible. These are a good start. And how you increase these scores is with backlinks and referring domains. So a backlink, in case you don't know, just going to go over it really fast. Backlink is any link that goes from another website back to yours. So any link on another site that goes to your website. And then a referring domain is any site that has at least one of those links on it. You've got 4 referring domains showing, pointing to your website a total of 8 times, and they're actually pretty good backlinks. So a good backlink is going to be coming from a website that has a good DR score. So this 87 here, local.yahoo.com, perfect, fantastic. This is your lowest one, Pet World Online. I'd say it's also it's not very relevant to what you do. Pet World Online, well, maybe actually, because carpet cleaning, you do find a lot of pet issues. So actually this probably is a good one, except that its score is very low, but it's not terribly low. Anything above 20 is great, but the higher the better. Yeah, so you definitely want to go out and get more backlinks from more websites, but make sure those websites have high DR scores and are relevant to you in some way. Okay, so now we get into the keywords. So I used my keyword explorer. I put in carpet, and then I included Peoria, Tempe, and Chandler, and I excluded IL because I was getting a bunch of Illinois Illinois leads or searches here. So I excluded that. So now we're left with people who are actually in Arizona, and this is what they're typing in when they're looking for carpet cleaners. So carpet cleaners Peoria AZ, for example, is being typed into Google an average of 200 times a month, and the competition to show up on Google for that word is a 3. This is out of 100. I mean, no matter how low this is, it's not going to happen overnight. If you add a bunch of content to your site and you optimize your images and get backlinks and all that, it's still not going to happen just like tomorrow morning you're going to get all these leads flowing in. It takes a while to build that trust with Google, but once you do, oh boy, does it reward you. So, yeah, so this is a really good one. So is this one and this one. You can see how they really add up. And I got really excited. This is why I actually called people in your area. How I found you is because I was like, oh, I need to get a hold of carpet cleaners in Peoria and Chandler and Tempe because there's a lot of people looking and very low competition throughout. So let's see. If you want to show up for this keyword, for example, here's what you would do. So you want to put that keyword into Google, see what you're up against. First of all, we have the ads up here. Most people skip right past them. They have their time and place, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. And then you've got this area here. It's called the map pack. MAPPACK. Unhighlight. What are you doing? Weird. Okay. So how you end up here, which is very helpful because you'll get lots of calls this way, is through citations. So what you want to do is you make sure that your Google My Business is up to date and accurate. And then you want to take that information, specifically your name, address, and phone number, and plaster it all over different directories online, like Yelp, Yext, CityStar, White Pages, etc. And that's each one of those is basically going to be like a vote of confidence, showing Google that you really serve this area and that you really are who you say you are, and you really are where you say you are. And that'll help to push you up the Google Maps results. And if you end up in the top 3, you end up on the first page, which is extremely helpful. You'll see a huge boost in calls. Okay, and then down here, this is the other area on Google, the Google results that you want to show up. This is what's called the organic results. And this one's Yelp up here. This is a directory, so I'm not going to compare you to them. What I would do is I would compare you to the first local results, which is this. I mean, I know they're a national brand, but they have a local a franchise. Peoria AZ OxyFresh. So if we go to their site, we can look at it critically and think, what is it that they're doing right to be showing up on this first page where we want to be for to show up as well? And what can we do like them so that we also show up on that page? And then what can we do better than them as well? So you always want to be a step ahead. So first of all, the content on their site. Do they talk about what they do, where they do it, how they do it, etc.? They don't have that much content on their page. It's more than you do, but it's still not that much, so it won't be difficult to outdo them. And then if I right click on an image and I click Save Image As, this is a fun little trick. Oh, I already told you about that. But so I can see that they are kind of, dang it, did you? Okay, there we go. They're kind of saving their images properly, but not really. So we could, because I mean, these are at least words, so it will help them show up in front of people looking for carpet cleaning. But they're not the exact phrases that, oh, hold on. Okay. They're not these exact phrases that we looked at, right? So you could save your images as those exact phrases, and that'll just help you be a little bit ahead of them. And then if I put them into the Site Explorer, I can see their UR, this exact page, is at a 16. And then their entire website is at a 52, which is quite impressive, but we don't have to beat them out on their whole site. We just have to beat them out for this one page and this one keyword, right? So, yeah, and then they've got a decent amount of referring domains started out. They've got a pretty high quality domain stack here, lots of like above 50s. And so this is a good place to go and look to see if there's any that you want as well. But yeah, that's basically what they're doing to show up in front of people looking for your services on Google, and what you can do to also show up in front of those people. And so you'd want to basically check out the competition for each of the words that you want to show up for. Um, and yeah, you'll see growth quite quickly that way. I mean, not overnight, of course, but it's a really beautiful, wonderful opportunity to show up in front of people who know that they need your services, but they don't know yet who they're going with. And it's your chance to pop up and say, hey, how about me? So anyways, I really hope that you found this information helpful. And I look forward to talking to you about it, and if you plan to use this information in some way. And we'd love your feedback from you on whether this was helpful, whether I was clear, if I talked too fast. Been guilty of that. So all right, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you for your time. Bye.